Well, it's official. Netflix is now in definitive agreement with Warner Brothers Discovery to acquire Warner Brothers, including its films and television studios, HBO Max and HBO. Let's get into it. So, of course, anybody who's been paying attention to it over the last several months, Warner Brothers has been for sale and has been kind of a three-headed monster at, of course, trying to acquire it, with that being Universal. Of course, you have Paramount and then Netflix, right? Netflix joined into the race a little bit later, and, and from there on out, it's kind of been those three going at it in a bidding war of who's going to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, there is a winner that comes out of this battle royale, and that is Netflix. Apparently, the sale, which needs to pass through regulating processes, is valued at $82.7 billion. Dollars. Holy smokes. In a press release, it said that the acquisition brings together two pioneer entertainment businesses, combining Netflix's innovation, global reach, and best-in-class streaming service with Warner Brothers' century-long legacy of world-class storytelling. It also specifically highlights franchises like The Big Bang Theory, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, The Wizard of Oz, the DC Universe, all of which join Netflix's extensive portfolio. Now, my initial reaction to this is I think this is one of the worst things that could possibly happen to movie theaters. The once great movie theaters, the great American pastime, and now everything is going to be exclusively Netflix. Maybe very small window releases, similar to what Netflix does already, kind of like with what they did with Frankenstein. Well, my worst fears came true. I've been on this story here, and you throw Netflix in there. I was like, okay, they have to. It's only regulatory, I would think, that a company like Netflix, of course, try to engage in these conversations. It was looking like Paramount was going to be the big one to come out on top, when it was all said and done. And I felt a lot more comfortable with that happening, even though that is almost monopolizing the movie industry. It's kind of what Paramount would have done if they would have acquired Warner Brothers. But now Netflix, who is like the anti-demon, that's the antichrist to what movie theaters are supposed to be about. And so now everything's going to be exclusively on home. And this I feel is very destructive for the movie theater industry, for movies in general. Netflix, yes, is popular, has the name, and has some good content, and even produce some good shows. And they have highly rated shows, such thing like Stranger Things right now, right? However, I think that we can be honest. We can be honest when we can also say that the majority of their content is also it's very garbage. We can be honest. It's very diluted is kind of the best way I could think about it. Like, where it's just like, it's enough to keep you like you watch it, get you, we'll see what happens, but at the same time, it's stuff that you never remember. It's not memorable. It's not Game of Thrones-esque, and now with them acquiring somebody's properties, maybe they keep along some of the creative teams to go along with it so they can actually get some better storytelling, because that is Netflix's biggest problem, I think, is the storytelling. And maybe it works out, but I think this is very detrimental to movie theaters. Now, Ted Sarandos, co-CEO of Netflix, said, "Our mission has always been to entertain the world. By combining Warner Brothers' incredible library of shows and movies, from timeless classics like Casablanca and Citizen Kane to modern favorites like Harry Potter and Friends, with our culture-defining titles like Stranger Things, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Squid Games." Like, come on. Like, if that's some of the best things that Netflix has offered compared to what HBO has brought us, man, that's pretty sad. That just shows you the difference. You know, when you get HBO, you're getting good quality television. Now, is it going to be saturated with this Netflix woke BS garbage? Probably. Together, we can give audiences more of what they love and help define the next century of storytelling. He includes with Greg Peters, other co-CEO of Netflix, chiming in to say this acquisition will improve our offering and accelerate our business for decades to come. Of course it will. Now, Dave Zaslav also chimed in. That's president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. He said today's announcement combines two of the greatest storytelling companies in the world to bring to even more people to entertain that the love to watch the most. For more than a century, Warner Brothers has thrilled audiences, captivating the world's attention, and shaped our culture. By coming together with Netflix, we will ensure people everywhere will continue to enjoy the world's most resonant storytelling for generations to come. This is not good. This is just not good. I think the death of the movie theater is upon us. You know. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think about the news? Are you happy about Netflix acquiring these properties here, or are you not? I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And also, of course, before you leave, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more movie news content. But until next time, I'm G, and I'm out. God bless you.